Who are we friends with? Boudica, and that is it. Does she have any money? No. Does anybody have any money? He's not going to declare friendship with us, is he? Whoa, that was weird, lag. Silly guy. Well, of course he isn't, but it was worth checking. What will he give me for this? This is what happens when AI don't like you anymore, because that deal is absolutely appalling. And I'm not doing it. I don't care if I don't have open borders with him, I am not doing that deal. It is an absolutely atrocious deal. Okay, so what we're going to do instead, because we can't afford a settler right now, and we're not actually earning that much gold. I might have Funchal produce a cargo ship, which will help us produce more gold. Because the one downside of me having acquired Antwerp for myself is that I don't have that city-state to trade with anymore. It might actually be worth, as a consequence, just to build another caravan. Caravans don't have the same gold potential as cargo ships, but on this type of map, they are the better option by the looks of it. Okay, new policy. That's not particularly useful for us right now. 1 gold from science buildings, that's not a bad choice. In fact, we'll pick that straight away. That gives an extra 16 gold per turn, that's nice. It also means that these libraries that I've been building in the new cities effectively don't have any maintenance, because the 1 gold cancels that out. Can you put your teeth in, man? I'm starting to sound a bit like Boris Johnson then. Let's try not to do that in future. Oh, bless him, he's a disaster, but we all love him anyway. So we have Compass, a technology we really don't care very much about, but never mind. Where has this caravan come from? Nimrod. We don't really want to trade with Greece, that's the problem here. They're allied with Greece. They're allied with Greece. They're allied with Darius. There is a reason why I'm not trying to befriend all these city-states, and it's because it's bloody impossible on this map. So, what we're going to have to do here is probably move the caravan. Let me just check something. Trade route overview. Trade routes available. What gold coming in? Where are the best offers here? What's the best offer from Pasagad, Persepolis, as it is from Braga? What are we doing at the moment? We're doing neither of those things. So we're going to move to... no, we're not going to do that. We're going to move the guy to Braga and then go to Persepolis from there. Reason being, I have a distinct impression that Darius might declare war on us sometime soon, and I don't want to lose all our caravans. And by sometime soon, I mean probably very soon indeed. Because he's starting to stack around our borders. Do I have a great general up there? No, I don't. I'm going to take a great general up there with another unit just to protect me a bit. Right, we're going to trade with... Yep, like that. He makes almost as much money from that as we do, but I'm not too bothered by that. Right, we're going to send a longsword back there, just to add an extra bit of protection. We've got 4 units there, but I don't want him to attack us out of nowhere. In fact... will you go to war with Greece? No. Will Greece... Whoops. Will Greece go to war with Darius? Yes, they will, and for not a lot of money, which implies they are plotting. What will you do for that? It'll give me a... That's perfect. Okay, done. Well, isn't that perfect? Greece is now at war with Persia, and I don't have to get my hands further sullied. That's absolutely perfect for everybody involved, apart from Darius, really. Because it was obvious that Greece was going to declare on somebody. Oh wow, they converted our city. What can Catholicism give us? Come on. Religion overview. Beliefs. Catholicism. Can I build... Oh wow, it's the big-ass faith religion, by the looks of it. Can build monasteries and mosques. Mosques are pretty good. That's not bad. Hopefully that'll stay religion for long enough that I can build a mosque. Actually, what I'm going to do is make it so it does build a mosque as soon as it can. You can build a university for 900. Yeah, we'll build a mosque and then we'll start building other things. Because that mosque I might not be able to build for quite a long period of time because, well, let's face it, Darius' religion and probably Alexander's religion are going to dominate this map. Because I've got my spy in the capital of Persia, I can at least see if Greece start getting too close, at which point I might have to bribe them off. Hopefully that won't happen, but you never know. Do I have silver? Okay, that's weird. Normally they don't do that. Normally they don't trade resources if they only have one of it left, but I'm not complaining. I do have a feeling that Alexander was plotting on us. And once we get a second spy, I'm going to try and confirm that. Because he's annexed the city next door to me. So if he did attack me, he'd be able to produce units there. So I've got to be very careful. Let's improve that tile down there. Go on, Maurice of Nassau, or Nassau. I think it's Nassau. I might be wrong. Probably am, because I have a history of pronouncing everything incorrectly, but never mind. Do you want to build the porcelain tower here? Probably not. Do you want to build the Taj Mahal there? There's no reason not to. Let me just check something. How do you do this? I'm having a brain fart. Blah 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 blah. What you do is you go to a city list. And then... Okay, this was the right... I nearly clicked economic overview and then I didn't trust my own judgment. Who's got the most hammers? Obviously the capital does. Porto and Braga are quite even. Funchal and Pasargad are quite close. Okay, Funchal's probably not a bad place to build the Taj Mahal. 83 turns is quite a lot, that. Can I get that to speed up? If I do that for a minute, it puts the production down, but it does make the... Okay, we're not going to build it there. It's just not a big enough city yet. It's not far away, but just not big enough yet. We will, however, do that. But I do want to slow down its city growth just slightly. How can I do it? We'll do that because I want it to build the aqueduct before its population goes up a point. Actually, a better way of doing that, therefore, is to not do either of those things that I planned. Do that, and then after a couple of turns I'll come back and give it more food. That's much better. We can get these cities around us, though, producing more food, so let's do that. Now that our happiness is not disastrously low, we can afford to do so. That's still growing slowly, that's fine. Okay, yeah. This is stagnating. So we'll do that, so it grows nice and gradually. This is fine as it is, we don't want that to overgrow. And the reason we're not going to nail that in right now is because its yield will change drastically as soon as the jungle goes. But rather than have the AI slingshot around, I'll just make sure it's doing another tile instead. I am hoping that this frames per second limiter does make the video more smooth. It appears to be making my playthrough, from my perspective, more smooth. The game doesn't appear to be lagging as much, although that might be sheer coincidence. That's an annoying tile for Russia to have acquired. We're going to have to build a new city quite quickly, aren't we, if we want one. Okay. We're going to build a road around there, though, because, frankly, that island could get quite well, potentially quite hostile if Russia decides not to play ball. New project. What do we want to build now? Let's get a workshop in there, because I don't want to rely on chopping forest. Let's get... One of these is going to have the Taj Mahal, and one of these is going to have the porcelain tower. And because I think Porto has the potential to be a bigger city, I'm going to let it go for the porcelain tower. I think that's the right thing to do. What have we built here already? Let's have a look. Just regular buildings. So why are we getting 3 a turn? I thought it was only... Oh, okay. I thought you only got 2 great people points to turn. It's 3. Okay, fair enough. We've built 2 wonders here, and they're both gold-based ones. Okay, that's absolutely fine and dandy. What we want to do here is build a farm, because we want this population to go up quite a lot. Well, not this second right now, but in the long term, I mean. Do. That's the one thing that's going to suck about if I do a Civilization 4 Let's Play, is Sid Meier's team, not him personally obviously, but Sid Meier's team did all the music in this game. However, with Civ 4, I believe they licensed some musics of other people, and therefore there would be a problem. If I was to just leave the music on with ID, content, blah 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 blah. So, in order to prevent that, I might have to either do the LP with no sound, or sound that I can get royalty free, or based upon my partnership contract, blah blah blah. Don't know, I'll have to think about that later on. We're nowhere near finished this LP, so I'm not even going to begin to dwell on that. I wonder if we could flog horses to anybody, because we've got 5 horses and I can almost guarantee that I won't use them. Have Darius and Greece even engaged in war yet? I've not seen any units do anything to anyone. Darius is plotting against Boudica, so I will give her such information. Steal the tech, and indeed we can get gunpowder. I am psychic. No, I just have a spy in the capital. Has he twigged yet that I'm stealing off him? Yes. Okay, what that means is that we're moving. We're moving to Athens as a spy. I don't want to piss him off too much, you see. He'll be a bit annoyed that I stole off him, but he won't be livid unless I do it a second time. So, we're not going to do it the second time. I actually think Darius is going to start struggling on this map. Because he's universally unpopular. Well, he should be universally unpopular, but he's unpopular with Greece, which is a key factor. And if I say I swear not to spy on you anymore, he won't really have a big diplomatic negative against me. He would have twice as much of a diplo negative if I'd said we can go where we want with our spies. I'm an independent black woman. I can do what I want. Except not really. Let's return to Panama. We'll send that back to the right place. Doesn't appear to be any barbs down here. Okie dokie. That should be enough protection if Greece decides to attack 2 people at once. Again, that's quite a rare thing to happen, but it does happen from time to time. But let's face it, looking at how much Darius got trashed by us the first time round, we don't have to worry much about him, if at all about him, in terms of a military sense. Greece is going to be a bigger threat just because he has more cities and therefore he can produce more units and potentially produce more science. Science has been tampered with a bit in Brave New World, meaning that you can't just spam cities to make infinite amount of science. But nevertheless, we've got to be careful. What we are going to... I didn't mean to do that. What I was going to say is after we've got our settler, I'm going to upgrade our longswords.